name is Heather. I was a background talent for the band scene.
My name is Pheonix, and I was a background talent for the band scene.
We are the Capote family.
I think it was just all of it. It was just getting to actually see how it all works on that side of it, watching Austin and all of the crew doing everything they had to do. So it was just a lot of fun for me to see everything, how it all worked.
My favorite part was probably seeing how much work is actually put into making movies and seeing how many times it has to be shot.
So for me, it was very enlightening to see everything that happens in the background. You don't realize how much goes into a production like this, and seeing all the moving parts and seeing everybody knowing exactly what they need to do and just jumping in and getting it done. That was one of the most impressive things to me.
I really liked watching how things were placed, and I know from our angle it's a little bit different just being live and you have to kind of just go with it and you can't really set up those things. But it made me actually want to do a lot more training with our cameras on how to get some of that, just some of those angles of shots into our production here. So I did learn stuff. So I've set up some trainings for this next year for our camera operators.
Inspired some of the videos I like making, so I know how to like make them better and like other things I can use to make the video better.
I don't really have experience being on a band. See what it's like to possibly be in a band class was an experience. I enjoyed it while it lasted. I now have a respect for band members. It was very confusing at first because there's a lot of stuff to go into playing an instrument, like hand placement of the instrument with your body. Like it took me a minute to like have it get comfortable. So that was probably the most confusing but like fun part about it.
I like seeing how you guys use the extras, just moving them to different sides and making the most out of the number of people that you had to work with. I thought that was pretty fun to see.
For me, I was just excited to get the people, but I was so nervous about, I played piano when I was younger, so it wasn't like on the keys, having my hands and stuff, like I knew what to do, but then you're just thinking of so many things, like how to make it look the same when you're doing the shots over and over, not to like change things, but to make it look real while you're, only playing a certain part of it, and the sound is from something else. It was fun, but it was a little nerve-wracking just to try to remember like all those little things, but I had a blast. I wasn't expecting to. Actually being in it, you really took home like how much work you guys had to put in ahead of time setting it all up, and then how much time and concentration in all those other little areas was still surprising for me, but so fascinating to watch. All of you were I was just watching every little thing, so it was pretty cool.
The amount of equipment used, and the amount of people that you guys had, which of people that had to help with the equipment, and before we came, I didn't expect that so many people to be here.
Mainly the instrument, but that's the spot where my mind was the most. But also not laughing. I can act, but after a certain point, I do start giggling a little, and that was probably my hardest part.
My dad had his own company doing videography for events, so he would do weddings, birthday parties, baptisms, things of that nature. So I pretty much grew up with a camera on my shoulder. Unfortunately, I don't like being in front of the camera. You can ask her, she's a photographer. I don't like it. So it was very uncomfortable at first, but not being the main focus of the shot like I am right now, it kind of helped me to not be so tense and feel nervous or anything. But
I'm just excited to see the whole thing. I think that's one of the things that I thought about too while we were doing that whole, is like how much work goes into even a small section of something. So it'll be interesting to see like that scene at the end and like how it all plays out. Just seeing everything from behind the scenes, I'm really excited to see that specifically, but I'm excited to see the whole thing. I can't wait. Just the level that all of you guys were at working on it was just fascinating for me to watch. So I'm excited to see all of your hard work.
The whole thing.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah,
thing.
the finished product.
What I'm most excited to see would probably be like the full end result. Knowing how much work actually like goes into it and how long it felt for me being an extra. I can't imagine how long it feels for the people doing the full thing, which I have way more respect for actors now. So I'm excited to see how it completely turned out.
Hi.
Bye.